about that time. It is about that time, y'all. Let me do this. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Almost 7 o'clock. Go grab y'all a drink if you don't have it already. I got wine today. It's been a minute since I had wine, but we back. Back to the regular scheduled program. We about to do this like Brutus, get in and out. In and out. Make sure y'all share the video as y'all are coming in, because we about to get to it. We about to get to it, about to do it, period. That's it, that's all. I'm going to say what I had to say, and then we going to go where we got to go, okay? Don't be talking about my hair. So one of my students for my Milwaukee people told me that I've been walking around with a burlap ponytail. He tried it. He tried it. He said I got a burlap ponytail, but at least I can make a ponytail. Okay? All right. So we here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Shout out to y'all for joining. Make sure y'all are sharing the video. I made sure that it was private this time. This episode is called Just Breathe. So I'm feeling real zen. I'm trying to keep my energy where it is. Hopefully y'all help me out. But we're going to go ahead and get started right away because I got people here. I've been missing y'all. It's been a little skimp. It's been a little bald-headed in the chat. So I'm glad to see y'all here. All right, here we go. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Universal Teas. It's the People's Podcast with your girl, Toya. And this episode is called Just Breathe. Just breathe, baby, okay? And so if you follow Universal Teas on Instagram, if not, please go and do that after you leave here. I had posted yesterday that I was going to call this episode Do the Hard Things in Life, right? But I decided not to do that episode and name this episode Just Breathe. Because I tell y'all all the time when I'm talking to you all and I'm doing these podcasts and doing these episodes, a lot of the time I'm just reflecting things and lessons that I'm trying to get myself to live out, understand, and do in my life. And right now, that's the advice I needed, was to just breathe. Okay? And as I was driving home from work, I was thinking about like how I wanted to start it off, who I wanted to talk to, and I realized that just breathe advice goes for everybody. I'm thinking about moms. I'm thinking about people who are juggling jobs, people who are juggling relationships, people who are just trying to figure out friendship, people who are trying to grow but don't really know how, and those people that are trying to get out of a hard thing, anything that is difficult for you right now, and you kind of like in a frenzy. Right? I got to leave now. I got to do this now. I got to stop talking to this person now. I have to figure this out now. I got to figure out how to make money now. Like, we're so amped up. We're in this fast-paced life that we forget we can figure out a lot more things if we just take a minute to just breathe. Just fucking breathe, y'all. Y'all heard Erykah Badu and Bag Lady. If you start breathing, that's when you start to figure things out. You can't really figure out a situation. And this reminds me, a couple of weeks ago, I was at work. And y'all know, when it's time to leave work, I gotta hit it, okay? And I couldn't find my keys, right? And one of my coworkers was like, friend, I can tell you everywhere. Because I was like, no, I'm ready to go. If one of these kids got my keys, I'm going to be pissed. I was just like, I got to get out of here. I got to go home. I have to go home. I got to let my dog out. And he was like, breathe. Just breathe. Okay? And I think we take advantage of that simple of an action bringing so much clarity. Okay? And so I know that life is difficult, right? Work things are difficult. Trying to be the best mom is difficult. Trying to maneuver being single again is difficult. Trying to maneuver how to be in a marriage is difficult. Trying to figure out how to handle new situations in your life are very difficult. And we feel like now that I'm here and I'm in this situation, I have to have everything figured out. And when we come to a bump in the road and when we feel like something isn't going exactly how we planned and this isn't what I imagined, we forget to breathe, right? We forget to remind ourselves that we're human, okay? And so that's what I wanted this episode to be, is to just remind us that it is okay to move slowly. It is okay to take a break. It is okay to stop. It is not okay to quit, right? I want us to just take away this image that this fast-paced world that social media has given us, that the mainstream world has given us, that we got to be hustling, you got to be grinding. If you sleeping, you losing. If you're doing this, you losing. If you take a breath, you losing because somebody else is doing this. And it's like, I'm not worried about everybody else. I'm worried about me. I'm not worried about winning in comparison to somebody else. I'm worried about having my sanity when I get to the finish line. So right now I'm going to breathe. Okay? Keep going. Do you. But I guarantee you're going to need to take a breath. Okay? Because while people are moving so fast around us, while things are happening so quickly around us, while people's lives are changing in different ways than ours, because we're always changing, right? You can be learning lessons while you're breathing, right? Me breathing doesn't mean I'm idle. Me taking a break doesn't mean I'm idle. Me not showing up to events for a while doesn't mean I'm being idle. I'm just watching. I'm catching my breath, crossing my legs, drinking my wine. Oh, you see that hurdle she stumbled over? She ain't see it because she was moving so fast. Let me go ahead and do it and clear it. Breathe. It's okay. Right? Let me know if y'all agree. Y'all real quiet. Y'all here, but y'all quiet. And I want us to get okay with our breaks. Okay? A break doesn't mean it's over. Stopping doesn't mean it's over. Quitting means that it's over. Right? Stopping doesn't mean you're never going to reach your goal. It's just going to take you a little longer. But a little longer than who? Whose timeline are you on? Right? So give yourselves that opportunity to breathe. And I want y'all to think and drop in the chat, like, what situations do you all feel like we need to practice breathing? And I'm not necessarily, she said we quiet because we breathing. I know that's right. Where we need to practice those breaths, because I can only speak for the situations that I've encountered, right? I can't speak for anybody else's situation, but I feel like oftentimes we need to realize that you got to breathe. Okay, you don't have to have it all figured out. And oftentimes for me, I feel like I have to have certain things figured out once I see that somebody else has figured it out for their life. Or is it just me telling my business? Y'all gonna act like y'all don't do that? When I see that somebody's figured something out, I'm like, I need to figure that out too. Let me hurry up so that they don't leave me behind, or so that I'm not the last one to do this, or so that I'm not the last person to understand what this is. Let me hurry up. When in all actuality, just breathe, sit back, chill, watch how they handle it. Learn from them. No, you spent. Thank you. Just breathe, y'all. The next note that I have, I already said a break. This is something I said to my friend earlier when she asked me like what I be talking about today. Taking a break will not stop you from achieving, right? And this is something that I kind of already mentioned, but I want to go a little bit in depth, right? Comparison is so real and it's so natural. My bad, I'm gonna get back to that point, but Ned said that comparison is real, and it's crazy to me how I'm realizing that sometimes is our default setting. Comparison is our default setting, and I'm not sure why that is. I wish I had somebody with a psychology degree or something in here to help me out. But comparing ourselves is natural. Like, that's what I naturally go to, right? It's comparison. Like, okay, they, so I. If I saw them, then yeah. If I wore this, but they. Like, people comparing ourselves is our default setting. I don't know why that is. But anyway, taking a break won't stop you from achieving. Right? I know that I seen a post, I think it was yesterday on Instagram, where it was saying you can spend 10 years wishing that you can make it overnight. but you really wasted 10 years of progress or something like that, right? And that post made me think it's not the same thing, but it made me think about the fact that people think just because you're chilling, you're not working. Taking a break doesn't mean you're not achieving, okay? Taking a break means that you're being patient with yourself. It means that you're being gentle with your mind. It means that you are pacing yourself, right? Nipsey Hussle said it best. It's all about your breathing. It's not a race. It's a marathon. We're going to be doing this for a long time. I'm trying to do this for a long time, not real quick. You feel me? So taking a break from something doesn't mean that you're not going to achieve it, right? If you let your vision sit in your mind, it's never going to go anywhere. Of course, you have to get up. We talked about doing something. Of course, you have to make those things happen in the physical, but let your mind understand and recognize that just because something isn't happening instantly or just because you're not up doing, that doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. That doesn't mean that you're not achieving anything or you're not going to. You're just giving your mind rest. And I think in the Black community or with Black men in particular, this is where our stigma with mental health is kind of triggered. This is the catalyst for it, is this idea that we always have to be doing. Right? If I'm a man and I'm just chilling, now I ain't talking about these lazy ass men. Let's not be mistaken, okay? If you still sitting on your mama couch at 40, this is not the message. Get your ass up. I'm not talking to you. But I'm saying we think that if we kind of fall back and take a break, you know, we not all about hustle and grind. Sometimes you got to be about playing and playing. Planning and figure it out. Sometimes that's what you got to do. It's not all hustle. You can't go into something and not have a plan. You feel me? And so we fuck ourselves up mentally when we have this idea of hustle, 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 go, go, go. And after a while, when you're doing that, you don't have any, where are you going? What's the end goal? What direction are you taking? What is the reason that you're hustling? We lose sight of our why when we're constantly in hustle and grind mode, because now you're just grinding for what? Now you're just trying to achieve for who? Right? And then once you reach that pinnacle, then what? So we need those breaks so that we can broaden our horizons. We need those breaks so that we can realize, like, okay, this is my first pinnacle. This is my second pinnacle. Because guess what? The person that's grinding towards that one goal, you grinding. Once they get to that goal, they're done. However, you've reached this goal and you already got a blueprint and a plan to get you even further than that. So now they got to stop. Right? It's not a race, yo. It's really a marathon, okay? You got to pace yourself. It's all about your breathing. That said, that taking a break isn't being idle is such an underrated notion. People often skip over taking breaks because they're scared of losing progression. Refilling your cup is necessary to keep thriving, period. You cannot give if you have nothing there, right? And a lot of times when we rush things, the quality is terrible. A lot of times when we rush things, the quality is terrible. Whether it be an assignment, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a hairstyle, whether it be, what else we rushing? Whatever it is, when we rush things, we downgrade the quality. It's okay to breathe. It's okay to breathe, okay? Like I said, it brings clarity and it slows down your mind. And when we're moving so fast, we kind of have this notion that we have to do everything. Everything has to get done. And when I say everything, I mean like everything on your list, everything in your agenda, everything in your life, all of your goals, and you're chasing them all at once, right? You cannot do everything. Actually, let me rephrase that. You can do everything. You can do everything, but you can't do everything right now. You can't do everything right at this moment, right? You got to take your breath. You got to plan out what each thing means to you, right? You're not going to work at something that's meaningless to you, right? You can do all of the things that you need to do, that you want to do. You just can't do everything right now, and you got to be okay with that, okay? How y'all feel about that? Y'all trying to do everything right now? Y'all real quiet. Y'all still breathing? Like Pa said earlier, y'all still breathing? Let me know. Because we ain't going to be here long. I'm hot. Okay? The last point that I wanted to make, and I told y'all this would be really quick because, you know, I've been breathing. I've been chilling. I'm hungry. That too. But we have to understand that every moment in life is your moment. The moment that you're watching this, the moment that you're commenting on this, the moment that I'm speaking this, right? The moment that you're doing, no matter where you are, who you with, every moment that you are in is yours. And we have to recognize, hey, Rhea, pace yourself, don't chase yourself. And that's on period, because I don't even know how you even chase yourself. That's different. But every moment is yours. And what I mean by that is you can't be afraid to take a moment in whatever moment you in. If you are a single mom of 3 and your kids out there acting a fool and you just don't know when you're going to get a break, when you're going to get some time, take your moment then. Close your eyes for 3 seconds. The house ain't going to be a bit more toe up in 3 seconds than it will be if you sitting there to 3 seconds to watch them tear it up. Breathe. It's as simple as that. Breathe. Take those 3 seconds to just breathe, mama, you got it, right? Take those 3 seconds to breathe, CEO, you got it. Take those 3 seconds to breathe, entrepreneur, you got it. Take those 3 seconds to breathe, teacher, you got it, right? Every moment that you are existing and that you are in are yours. Don't be afraid to take your moments, right? We spend so much time, and I know y'all have maybe heard this quote before, don't spend 8 hours a day working for someone and don't give yourself any time afterwards or before. Whether that be working out, journaling, just chilling on the couch watching Girlfriends like I was just doing with my dog. Don't spend 8 hours a day working for someone else, making them rich, and not giving any time to yourselves, your dreams, your goals. Okay? Breathe. Breathe. Okay? Because the whole time they was figuring out what they wanted you to do for them, the whole time they was figuring out what they needed from you, they was breathing. They was chilling. Don't stress yourself out over things that are going to happen anyway. Take your time. Take your moments back. Every moment that you are here is yours. What Rhea say, breathe. Firm believer in letting the ball drop to save myself. For real. Sometimes, y'all, I got a story. My dog wakes up very early. Anywhere between 5 and 6 a.m. I don't know. I think he's broken. But sometimes when I hear him up, I'm like, he gonna tear it up anyway. I'm gonna just take an extra 20 minutes before I go open the door. Right? It's okay to breathe. Right? The world isn't gonna end because you take a moment. You're not going to lose because you take a moment. And then when I say lose, who are you losing to? Your competition is in the mirror, right? There's nothing wrong with the hustle culture. There's nothing wrong with grinding. But you have to understand that your mind, your mental health, your wellness, your well-being has to come before all of that. If your boss can't handle you saying, I need a minute. I need a minute. Maybe that's not the place for you. Go where you're valued. Okay? Go where you're appreciated. You feel me? Go where people can look at you and understand you need a minute. You need a minute. Go take a moment. Okay? Create those moments. If you can't leave the space, give them a moment. My students know. Hold on, y'all. I be having talk to Jesus moments. I swear to God. I'll turn around in my classroom and be like, you know what, Jesus? Out loud. I'm not joking. Jesus, these kids, they think I'm playing. But I'm going to just talk to you for a couple seconds because talking to them not really working for my spirit right now. Taking my moments. And they be like, well, who's she talking to? Jesus. Because that's the only one that's going to save either of us. Okay? So when you need your moments, take them. I know life is fast. I know your dreams are big. I know your goals are bountiful. I know everything that you see for yourself and that God has for yourself are brilliant and beautiful, and you want to get started on them, and you want to keep working, and you don't want to sleep until you accomplish them. But baby, if you don't sleep, you're not going to make it to see them. Right? Allow yourself time to breathe. Just because you breathe, that's not going to make all of your vision, all of your dreams, all of your hard work go to waste. Breathe. Don't quit. The only way you lose is if you quit. You feel me? Because when you take a breath, when you take a pause, right, it's safer for me to pause. It's safer for me to pause. Right? These are your moments. Take them. Okay? I know this episode wasn't as like, ooh, turn me up, get lit, but it's called Breathe. So I just wanted to come on here and really let you all know that life is happening to me really fast. There are things that are just kind of changing and growing, and I'm trying to be different, and I'm trying to be new, and I'm trying to be bigger, and I have all of these ideas. I have new dreams that come to me every single day, and I always feel like I gotta drop everything and start it. But what I started to do, like I was about to say life's work. I'm not at work. Heart work, right? Because I try to give y'all something to work on. What I've started to do is create a running list. Every time I get a new idea, a new vision, I write it down. Okay? Kind of like you do with the to-do list. And I don't push myself to always get started on my new ideas right away, but just keep them close. Know that that's what's next. So remember earlier when I mentioned like, yeah, you have some people who are grinding and hustling towards one thing. And once they accomplish that thing, they have nothing left. But every time you get an idea, you write it down, make it plain. Ain't that what they say in the Bible? Write it down, make it plain. The church house said that one time or another. It still can come into fruition. So when you accomplish that first goal and you got your ambition, you got your momentum up, you believing in yourself, your confidence is there, you figured out the algorithms, you know how to make everything shake, you got the next thing on your list, right? When you did that, okay, cool, I'm an expert at that. Move on to the next thing. Just because you get an idea doesn't mean you got to drop everything and go at it. And that's where a lot of us, I don't want to say fail. That's not the word I'm looking for. That's where a lot of us get worked up and get confused and get in this tandem of just overwhelming things, is because we feel like we have to do everything at once. And if we don't stop doing this, if we don't stop and make this happen, then it's never going to happen. That's not true. Write the vision, make it plain. I know the church house I knew they knew that. I knew y'all did. I had to tell the rest of us that, that maybe don't be sitting outside the church house while y'all in there. But we gonna come in one day. We coming. We hear the music outside. But yeah, y'all, just allow yourself the time to breathe. When you breathe, you get clarity. When you breathe, you see the beauty in some of the things, right? And I've been learning to do that. I've been teaching myself that. And we have to too. This is something I want to share about this breathing moment, right? Sometimes your breathing moment might get a little ugly. At the end of that breath, you might have some tears. Yeah, y'all wasn't ready for that plot twist. At the end of that breath, it might be some tears. But you have to understand that those tears, just like the rain, are just clearing your path, boo. Let it happen. Breathe. Breathe. Even if it's the ugly breath, breathe. Okay? Let it happen. You got to clear the path. Because we kind of associate just breathing with peace and clarity. Like, nah, sometimes your breathing be it be tears behind it. You know what I mean? It be a little anger behind it. Be a little anxiety behind it. But the more you do it, the calmer it gets. Whatever it looks like for you. Stop comparing your private moments to what you see people do in public. Ooh, that was a word. Stop comparing your private moments to what you see in public. I said this before, time and time again. You don't see people's private moments. Let your private moments be as ugly as they need to be. You feel me? I'm not just saying breathe. When them babies in there tearing that house up, let them tears fall. Shoot, all y'all could be in the house crying. Mama crying, baby crying, dog barking. We all crying. I'm still taking my moment because y'all still going to be crying when I'm done. So let me figure out how to deal with it in this moment. Let your private moments be exactly what they are. That should be the most authentic and genuine time. If you feel like you don't have alone time, let your moment be the moment. Hell, if you at work and you got to cry in your moment, maybe that'll be your boss cue to tell you to leave. Sure, if you got to cry to get off that cash register, go on and cry. Unlike me, when I was on the cash register, I was cussing. Somebody better figure this shit out because I'm about to walk out. All right, Toy, you can take it. Thank you. I thought so. Right? But let your moment be your moment. All right? I'm about to close us out. But that's all I wanted to get at. I wanted to let you all know. I'm going to go back through my points before we leave. That life, love, growing is hard. That's why you need to let yourself breathe. Living fast and overworking ourselves, this whole hustle mentality, this has come from mainstream media. It's okay to slow down. It's going to bring you clarity. It's going to bring you a little bit of peace. It's going to allow you to see everything that's happening around you, even if it's just one breath. It's going to allow you to see and just feel things a little more genuinely. It's going to make things a little more light. Take your breath, okay? You can do everything, but you cannot do it all right now. Write it down. Make it plain. Revisit your visions. Just because you haven't gotten to it yet, go still acknowledge that it's there, right? Once you write down all your goals and visions, look at that list often, okay? So you don't forget that you got work to do forever. So you got to take breath so you can get to all of the things, because you're not going to make it to everything on your list if you don't allow yourself to breathe, if you don't allow yourself to plan, if you don't allow yourself to rest and take a break and come back new, right? Revisit that list often. And last thing, every moment is yours. Take them. Take your moments when you need them, because we need you, right? The world needs the light that the God has given you, that God has given you. So take your moments, breathe. If your moments are anything like mine, they include wine. Amen. And that's how we coming, right? I'm about to get out of here, all right? Thanks, y'all, for joining me right here on Universal Teas. It's the People's Podcast. If you did not join me on my Facebook Live, make sure you do. I'm here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. I'll see y'all there. Bye. That was quick, y'all. Thanks. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming through. I gotta go. I need some food. I ate. And yeah. I love y'all. Share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video. It been a little bald head up in the chat, ladies. So tell y'all people to pull up. Thank you, sis. Yeah, it been a little bald head in the chat the last couple of weeks. I don't know what y'all on with the month of March, but stop playing in my face. Tell y'all people to pull up. All right? See y'all next week. Bye.